Hello guys, welcome to another tutorial of Flutter and Firebase, and we are going to build a app that is going to use FireStore as the backend database for our app. And this is going to be a coffee app where you can create a user and also sign in with its credentials, and you can write information that how much sugar and what kind of coffee and what is the name of the customer. So I'll just demo this now and then we will dive right into the project setup. So I have already created one app and I'm going to log in just to show you. 1 2 3 4 5 6, and it will sign in, and these are different users, like you can say your friends, and they like dark coffee and they take 2 sugars and all that. And here is the setting, and this is a navigation pop-up that is coming from the bottom, and we have one spinner here, and we have the name here that can be updated. Let's say if I say Johnny, and it takes 4 sugar, and we have one slider that represents the strength of the coffee. So yeah, you see here it's updated right away, and you can log out, you can create a new user. So that's about it, and this is done on Flutter and Firebase. So what we will do is, first of all, we will create a new Flutter project, sorry. And what we are going to do is we will name this drink coffee app, drink coffee, and we will click on next and finish. So what we will do is I have some notes, so I will copy those notes to my phone so I can, uh, so I can just follow my notes from the my phone, so I don't have to uh, like minimize or mess with the size of the screen. Excuse me. So sorry for some background noise because right now I'm sitting at Starbucks, so you know I have to, yeah, make a video here. So guys, after you have successfully created your project, you have to connect your project first and foremost with the Firebase. So we will go to the Firebase console here, and you can use your Gmail account. I can get started, and I would like to use some new account that I haven't used. So because sometimes there are issues and there is a limit on how many projects you can have at a time if you are using a free version of Firebase. So that is why maybe while you are practicing, you should just uh, create one Google account, but you can create 5, I think. So that's how you come to the Firebase, and yeah. So what we are going to do is create project, and don't get confused because most of the time Firebase UI keeps on changing, but you just have to create a new project and you can name it uh, coffee, drink coffee, okay, and you can click next or continue. We don't need this right now. This is what it does. If you know Firebase is that all the shopping apps that we are using, it tracks user behavior, and also it helps you with the analytics, like that what kind of ads you want to show the user, what are the searching and what are they making. So we don't need that for now, and I will turn that off. But even if you turn it on, it does not matter. Okay, it's done. So we will click on continue, and first of all we will go because Firebase is like we are building an app on Flutter right now, so that app can be used in iPhone, and but I'm doing it on right now for Android, like the emulator that I'm using. And also Firebase integration you can do with Android. It's more easier, and I have learned only that. I haven't checked out the iOS part of this, and this is for web applications and this is for the game. So yeah, let's just click on Android, and we are going to add our package name. So if you are using Android Studio or Visual Studio, you would have to come to Android, and you would go to this build.gradle, and here you will you will go to app folder, and then this is another build.gradle, and from here you will take your application ID is your project name also, project, yeah, project package name actually, excuse me. And you can just register this app with this package name. So, and this is the file that connects our Firebase to our app, because this is the JSON file that has information about API and our package name, and so whatever that we are going to use in our app will be connected through this file. So this is very important. So you're gonna download this into the app folder of your project. So what I will do is I will find my project. So today's project is drink coffee, and I will go to Android folder and paste this here, just save this here. So after that I will click next, and I would have to add some dependencies. In Android Studio, if you are working on Java, and I have made various tutorials on Firebase and Java, it is easier to find the right Gradle files. So with Firebase it's a little bit complicated. I'm going to take this first of all and add this project build.gradle, and I will go and find this, and this is directly in the project, not in the app folder. So this file goes here. This is the dependencies that goes in here, and what we will do is from here the Gradle file which is in Android app folder, we are going to update our minimum UI to 20, minimum SDK version to 23, because Firebase, to interact with Firebase you have to have higher version than I think 20, but I'm using 23. Okay, if you see this error you can just simply do it exception. Even if you don't do it, it does not matter. So you'll come to the console again and take another plugin. This is here, and you will copy this below here. So that's pretty much it for the Gradle. And now what we will do is uh, in Android Studio, like you have to, when you are working with Java, you have to add so many other dependencies for authentication and for Firebase UI and all that. But since we are in Flutter, Flutter gives us packages. So I'm not going to go through like the website, but what I will do is these are the packages that we need here, and I will explain each one of them as I am pasting it. So you will come to pubs spec.yml, and yep. So I'll tell you what each of it does. So this is for our loading indicator that we will use later, and this is for the provider that helps us to work with the stream of data. Okay, I would have to add a comment here. So when you download this repository from GitHub, you can definitely, like, read the comments and understand. Helps us with stream and loading data and data. FireStore is there are two kinds of database that Firebase is offering. One is real-time database and one is cloud FireStore. So real-time database is a little bit older and it's great. And I have used that all along my all other tutorials with Flutter, Firebase and Android in Java. But today we are going to use this new cloud firestore because this is more sophisticated and this arranges the data in a very nice hierarchy and the tree in the firebase, like it creates collections and sections for each record, so it gets easier to fetch the data. So yeah. um, so what we will do is, this is for database. I'm just adding comments for you. You don't have to once you make this app by yourself. And this is for this is for sign in, sign up, and please subscribe to my channel and also text me on Instagram if you have any questions. Okay, so the database. Okay, this is done, and now we will click on get. One important thing that you have to be very careful about once you are in pubs.yml, whenever you are working with it, is that it has to have two spaces from the left, otherwise your app will not work. So if I do this like this, you see this, you have to eliminate this background, so in order to make it work. Okay, yeah. So I will just close this file. Now what we will do is, we will go back to our yeah, and continue to the console. So hopefully our app is connected, and what we will do is go to the build authentication, and we want to enable the sign-in methods that we want to use for our app. And here are multiple sign-in methods. You can go without password, anonymous. You can go with Apple account, Twitter account, Facebook. But what I'm going to use is just email and password, and I'm going to enable it, save. And what I will do here is I will also go to Cloud Firestore, although you can do it later, but we will just do it right away, and create database and test mode, because in this one we can have more relaxed rules, but in the production mode there is more privacy. So just to start, and this location does not matter, so we will enable this and we will just leave it here. Our Firebase setup is pretty much done, and it has been linked with our app. And at any point if there is a problem, I would suggest doing a restart of of your project. Like if we see some problem, we will just restart our project. So that's pretty much it. And what we need here is, we will delete this boilerplate or pre-populated code that Android Studio has generated for us. And here I'm going to, so what do we need? We need sign in screen, we need sign up screen, we need also a home screen, and we need a screen that checks that whether our user has signed in. So it should take us to home screen. If user has not signed in, then it should not take us to home screen. So we have to create all that, and I will just minimize it, and I'll just come to the lib folder, and I will create a folder called screens. And here what we will need to do is, we will create some files for us, and it's going to be home file, and it's going to be sign in, and it's going to be sign up, and it's going to be one screen that handles whether the user has signed in or not. And the lastly, we will take a wrapper, because wrapper is going to handle whether to take the user to home screen or not. So whether wrapper, we are going to wrap our screens in here, and lastly what we will do is we will return wrapper here, not return. So this is it for this tutorial, and what we will do is I will see you in the next one, where we will be working on each of these files. Okay, so yeah, I'll just leave this for now, and I will see you in the next one.